Hey guys, how's it going? This is the Dylan Kurosaki show to help other channels gain growth. And one of my favorite channels has released some new videos. Let's go! And you know what? This is one of my favorites, personal favorite YouTube channels. Horror Shorts Party. They released some new videos, which I really want to watch. And I love the whole team. I love the voice actors. Even Terrence. Terrence is one of my favorite voice actors. And I really want to see him in more shorts they do. Because he's brilliant at what he does. And Horror Shorts Party are brilliant at bringing some of the best YouTube, cartoon, horror, animated horror stories. Honestly, I love them. And what I like to do is help promote people. So this show is all about sitting down together, watching these videos with you guys. So that way you guys can help them grow. And I'm going to link Horror Shorts Party down below in the description just to help them out. Because I love them, I support them, and also promote them. They are one of the best YouTube channels now. And I really want to help them out. So go and check them out. They are amazing. And not just that, they make some of the best horror stories that are animated on YouTube. Go and check them out. They're amazing. Anyways, let's turn over the lights so we can get this started. Yes. And for me to crap my pants. Yes. Let's do this. Hoo hoo hoo. Sorry, I was fixing my mic. Hey guys, it's pitch dark now. Yes. It's pitch dark in my room. Oh Lord, help me now. Horror Shorts Party, I want to praise you for scaring me lately. I love your stuff. Let's do this. And I like the adrenaline of being scared. Let's do this. Here we go! Check out the merch! Congrats! Congrats! Let's do. Yes! Terrence Nicholson! Yes! Terrace, Nicholson's in this.
Where are you at?
I have to go change out of my clothes, okay?
Okay.
Just hang out the bar for a second.
It's a little late to be prowling around these parts.
The story was inspired by a creep who has been quite the meme online for some
Me
time.
too!
From the video, you can clearly see his bizarre resemblance to the fictional character Mario. The man enters a house through a sliding door and communicates with someone who appears to be old enough to be the creep's kid. What you don't see is the eerie intentions
He looks
behind
like
this
me.
interaction. This is an animation inspired by the infamous Super Mario lookalike. I used to love all things Nintendo. My whole entire room was decorated with action figures, posters, stacks of game cartridges, and even many of my clothes were Nintendo.
They know me
From the bed sheets
already!
to the socks on my feet. You could say I latched
They
onto
know
it
me.
as a substitute in the lack of any real personality traits. And admittedly, that's what I tell people when I don't feel like being completely honest about my past. I still find myself preferring to live in the falsehood where things in my past never happened. But the constant lying itself weighs more heavily on me than anything. So I
Okay,
think
is
it's
this
just time to
based
come
on
clean.
me?
I was in my early teens when all this happened. Even then, I was a huge Nintendo nerd. The problem for me at the time, however, was the price of the DS. At $150 whole, it was something my mother was reluctant to get for me. But I didn't want to wait for Christmas, even if it was only a month away at the time. Even though I didn't have enough money on my own to buy it with, I still went to the GameStop every day on my walk home from school. I knew I wouldn't be able to buy it, but I could still look at the display versions in the store, and maybe even score some demo gameplay if I was able to get a spot behind the controller.
Ah!
Unfortunately, because of Nintendo's popularity, I
Ah!
was never able to play the DS
Ah!
and continue walking.
Ah!
There was just always somebody on it already, and I was always too scared to ask them to get off so I could play a bit. There was one guy who I often saw there who seemed a little more approachable. He seemed to be about as big a fan of Nintendo as I was, at least initially, because he dressed like he was Mario himself. And he was pretty good at the Super Mario demo that was available on the store's DS. It started on a Monday, when I was having a pretty bad beginning to my school week. I had begun to recognize the guy who always looked like Mario as he'd play the demo several days out of the week. Eventually I decided since I couldn't play it myself, I'd just watch these other people play.
What?
More often than not, I was looking over the shoulder of the Mario
What?
and it didn't take long for him to notice the shadow. Hey there, sport. You been waiting to play? My mom says I'm not supposed to talk to strangers. Oh, you don't have to worry about me. But you'll probably
You're
wonder why I look
creepy.
like Mario, right? Well, actually, Mario looks like me.
That's creepy,
Yeah, right.
dude.
No, I'm serious. I'm the guy that based Mario off of. believe
That's
it or not.
creepy.
I'm just coming in to make sure they did a good job representing me. Wait a minute. If you're the one Mario is based on, then that means you're Mario?
That is so creepy.
Yes. It's a me, Mario. Are you actually a plumber? I sure am, kid.
No.
Got any plumbing questions you'd like to ask me to make sure
That's
I'm really the
creepy.
original? I don't know anything about plumbing, but I know a lot about Mario. Alright, ask me anything. I sat there and grilled the guy about all of Mario's backstory, and he really knew his stuff. He actually told me some information that wasn't even in the manual to the Game Boy version. He actually got me to believe that Nintendo had based the character of Mario on his likeness and personality. After talking for a little while, I told him that I had to go home before my mom got worried. But he told me he'd be back at the same time tomorrow if I wanted to hang again. I said that I would, but I was a little
Don't!
I'd never really talked to an adult like that before. He seemed like he understood what it was like to be a kid more than a teacher usually did. And that was nice, I guess. But to be honest, what really made me go back and talk to him again was the DS. I knew he had money because he was an adult. I just needed to figure out a way to get him to buy the DS for me. It seemed like a far-fetched possibility, but I was willing to give it a shot. Somehow, though, it was almost like that guy was reading my mind. The first thing out of his mouth the next time I saw him was, "Hey kid, you're looking to score one of those new DS's, right?"
No!
How'd you know?
No!
I can see it in your eyes, little guy.
No!
You won't stop looking at the DS demo. Alright, what's the matter to you? Well, I was just thinking, why don't we have a friendly competition? Oh yeah? Like what? Well, how about we both play through the Super Mario demo, and whoever gets the higher score wins. The loser has to buy the winner the new DS. Sound good? I nodded and agreed to the challenge, knowing I didn't have the money to buy the DS if I lost. But I was pretty confident in my skills as a gamer. I played Super Mario on the GBA every day, and all I had to do was figure out how to play it on the DS, and I should have been able to win.
Oh God!
First.
Oh God!
Then, my heart sank as I realized how different the controls of the DS felt. This was the first time I'd ever touched one, and I had no idea what I was doing. I lost all of my lives before I even got to the first world. When the man was ready to play, I was hoping he would take pity on me. He didn't. He absolutely crushed my score, getting 3 times as far as I did before finally stopping. Oh, you probably can't afford to pay for the DS, can you? Oh, that's okay. There's another way you can make it up to me. How would you like to play another Mario game that I created? If you play it with me, I'll buy the DS for you. What do you say, kid? Okay, I'll play. That's wonderful. We'll have to go to my house to play, if that's okay. I can give you a ride home after so your mom won't be mad. Okay. Foolishly, I got in the man's car and he started driving towards his house. As we drove off into the main roads, I could visibly see him huffing and puffing, as if something was concerning.
He's not!
But what made things even worse was how he began to stick his tongue out like a panting dog, while his face became drenched from the amount of sweat dripping from his head. I was convinced that Mario was experiencing some kind of episode. Loud police sirens began echoing the streets, which clearly made him more anxious. I nervously asked him, Mario, are you okay? Why do you look so nervous? Shut up, kid! Bowser's after us!
Oh!
My checkpoint is located at my house! It was at that point I could tell something was horribly wrong. I finally came to my senses and realized that this man was nothing but an imposter gone mad. He literally went through traffic like we were in Mario Kart. I began to yell, "Leave me alone or I'm calling the cops!" That's when the deranged man dropped me off at a random intersection and drove off. I eventually got home by public transit and never told my parents what happened until many years later. I continued to walk past the store in which we met every day, but I never saw him there again. I guess he got as far away as he could, but he couldn't run from himself. A few years later, when this was still a secret only I knew about, I saw his face on the TV. The program To Catch a Predator had caught him committing the same evils he tried to do with me, trying to traumatize another little gullible soul for the rest of their lives for his own demented and short-lived pleasure. Obviously, because of all this, by the time my mother really did get me the DS for Christmas, I couldn't stand anything to do with Nintendo, as it triggered all the memories of what happened between me and that man.
It's a little late to be prowling around these parts, huh?
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Why don't you have a seat right over here for me?
All right, thanks.
Right there on the stool. What are you up to tonight?
Not a whole lot.
What are you doing here?
A friend asked me to come over.
A friend. And who's that friend?
Wow!
I'm not sure.
Yes, Terrence Nicholson.
The next story is a nightmare fuel animation based on the classic Mario and Luigi mascots. They've been around for approximately over 3 decades now, and we'd figured we'd make a backstory on the polarizing figures for the Nintendo fans out there. Here's what the story looks like. Have you ever heard of the legendary tale of the Super Mario Bros? The iconic plumbers with their signature red and green attire that every kid marvels at when playing Nintendo? I'm not sure myself if this is indeed fact or fiction, but from my own judgment, I can't rule out its legitimacy. I heard this story decades ago, and it was told from a friend of mine. We'll call the individual involved Rick for anonymous purposes. Rick was in his late teens, around the age of hitting full puberty, morphing from boy to man. He was 18 years old to be exact, but was still a kid at heart, because he would occasionally do sleepovers at his friends' places. Near the tail end of his high school days, he befriended this guy named Luigi. It was rumored that Luigi had an older brother named Mario, and no one really knew the likes of him, as he was considered a closed-off weirdo who isolated himself often. Rick never really knew Mario, despite being close friends with Luigi.
Guys! I'm in this! Guys! Thank you! They put my name in this. They put my name in this. Thank you, Howard Shorts Party. That means so much to me. They probably can't spell my last name, because it is a Japanese name. I understand that. But they put me in this. Thank you so much. Howard Shorts Party. That means so much. Thank you.
Close friends with Luigi. It was said through word of mouth that Luigi and Mario were both high school dropouts who fished to be plumbers early on since school wasn't their strong suit. The brothers
Oh my
had
God!
moved in together at a two-story house, occupied with Luigi taking top floor and Mario taking bottom. Whenever Rick kicked it at Luigi's place, there was never any talk or acknowledgement of Mario. Until
Of
one
course.
night, on one Friday evening, the pair decided to order an extra-large pizza to go along with their movie later that night. While Luigi sorted through his box of VHS tapes, Rick was in charge of purchasing the pizza. Hello, this is pizza. Yeah, give me an extra-large with every topping on the menu, man. Oh, except pineapple. Alright, is there anything else I can help you with, sir? And maybe just be generous with the toppings, especially the mushrooms. Thank you, dude. A few minutes later, Rick and Luigi settle on the living room couch while awaiting their pizza. Rick curiously asks Luigi, "Hey dude, how come your brother never leaves the basement? Like, does he ever go out?" "I thought I told you not to mention his name."
Oh.
Sorry dude, I couldn't help but ask. Did you want to invite him up here to join?
Stop asking about him! What's the matter with you?
The doorbell rings and that's when the pizza guy arrives. Rick heads over to the foyer and pays the delivery man with a few
Oh my God,
dollars.
I'm hungry
The
already.
time was approximately 11 p.m. when the pair began to indulge in the extra-large mountain of cheesy
Why?
goodness topped by the finest toppings. But from that point on, things took a sadistic turn for the worst. Luigi began to go on a verbal rampage as he spotted something extremely wrong with the pizza, saying,
Why the hell did you order mushrooms on the pizza? He can smell it from down there!
"What the hell are you talking about, dude?
Don't eat it! I'm warning you! He'll kill
Okay,
us all!
okay.
You're talking about your brother, Mario?"
We have to take all the mushrooms off the pizza, now, before it's too late!
Okay. The pair began to frantically pluck every last bit of mushrooms off the pizza to set aside. It was known that no one, not even Luigi, had seen his own brother in over a year, despite living under the same roof. They apparently had a falling out over a similar situation where a past guest ordered pizza with mushrooms. Despite all that, Luigi made his way down the dark and creaky basement with his flashlight. The room was filled with complete darkness, with not even a light switch in sight. Mario, where are you? It's me, Mario.
Where are you? It smells like shit down here. And why the hell is there a damn well in the middle of the basement?
Luigi then flashes his light in the corner of the room and notices Mario standing face first against the wall while murmuring some kind of gibberish to himself.
I need to expand. I need to grow bigger. I need mushrooms.
Luigi then crouches with the bowl in his hand and sets it on the ground while nervously saying,
Long time no see, bro. I'm leaving the mushrooms here, okay, Mario? It's me, Mario!
Without any hesitation, Luigi makes a run for it up the stairs and resumes his sleepover with Rick. The pair began to watch a movie while devouring their slices of pizza. Rick could tell Luigi was a little shaken up, but decided not to address the matter. Instead, he stuffed his face even further. A quarter way through the movie, Rick asks Luigi, "Hey dude, can I have the last slice?"
Sure, dude. Wait, don't eat that!
Luigi catches himself mid-sentence as he spots a mushroom on the pizza
Oh,
slice. But his warning
No!
was unfortunately
Oh
late by a
no!
minute.
Oh no! No! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
No! No!
Mario! Okay, what the heck is that deal, lad? Okay, Bond of Imaginary and Instrument. Yeah, I loved it too.
The Super Mario world has always been an iconic trend since the 80s, and hasn't gone out of style since, especially as a costume in the modern day. This story was inspired by a Super Mario-themed house party gone wrong, which unfortunately ends in a missing persons case. The person who sent this story has disclosed the alleged last photograph of the victim taken by the accused. Here's an animation inspired by the event. This was probably the
Like
most
me?
anticipated
Like
season
me?
of all time, Halloween. My friends and I were gamers, so when I heard that Super Mario was the theme, an idea instantly sparked. I saw Luigi
And Peach,
immediately
and
felt a
Daisy.
connection. At the party, I drank and danced with a couple of friends, looking like the female version of Luigi. At first, we were having so much fun, until one of the drunken ladies in a Princess Peach costume pushed me and said,
What's that you're wearing? That's just a freaking jumper you put on top of a cheap long-sleeve shirt. Oh yeah? You think this is cheap, huh? Well, who are you supposed to be? A Walmart-looking version of Princess Peach?
I replied, which my friends was agitated, she said.
Do you know who you're talking to? Take that back right now!
With patronizing superiority, I turned my back, implying that interacting with her was a waste of time. After that, it all happened so quickly. She pulled my hair, strangling me on the floor. Some of the guys intervened, and the crazy lady was
Thank
eventually
you!
restrained. However,
Thank
I
you.
was so embarrassed that I decided to sit down and get myself drunk while my friends went back to enjoy the rest of the party. Then, moments later, some old geezer in a Waluigi costume sat
Ah!
next to me.
Stop that
His
sound!
eyes
What do you
piercing
mean?
and his smile ingratiating.
Ah!
He handed me an open can of beer and said, "Here, have some of this, Miss Beautiful. It'll cheer you up."
Ah!
And suspiciously, I politely declined.
No thanks.
However, dissatisfied by my lack of interest, he forcefully held my hand and replied, "Hey, that's not how you respond to a kind gesture. Come on, it wouldn't hurt to take a sip." Enraged, I said,
No thanks, mister. Which part of that did you not understand? Leave me alone.
I instantly went outside to get some fresh air. But looking to my left, I saw two guys hanging by the side door, and they were in the Yoshi and Wario costumes. The one in a Yoshi costume scanned me from head to toe, licking his mouth maliciously like a deranged person. Moments later, the guy wearing a Wario costume approached me, forcefully pushing me to a corner and asking for my number. Disgusted, I naturally rejected the man who further asserted, saying, "You know, I'm really into ladies who are hard to get, so why don't you drop the act and give me a chance, huh?" He gripped my arm, glaring at me with penetrating eyes indicative of his adamant behavior.
Let go of me, you freak!
I hollered, hoping the other guests would take notice. "A freak? How dare you!" Without a tinge of reluctance, he shoved me to the ground, leaving me weak at my bottom. Raising my hand in submission, I said,
Stop it! Somebody help!
Unfortunately, most of the other partygoers were either drunk or under the influence of something, that they couldn't hear my plea. "No one's coming for you, dear, so don't waste your energy on nothing." As he drew near, I revealed my pepper spray and immediately used it on him.
Good for you! Good for you.
"What the hell? Come back here, you coward!" he replied, as he toppled on the cement, feeling agitated while his Yoshi friend assisted him. I immediately ran a couple of blocks down to some random street. Then I started calling for an Uber ride while trying to catch my breath. As I waited for the car in my drunken state, I noticed a bright flash flicker behind me. I turned around and noticed a red vehicle parked by the sidewalk with its windows down.
Oh no.
It was an older gentleman dressed as Mario, with the signature red cap and mustache. He waved
Is
at
he
me
there
and
to
said,
save the princess?
Luigi, perfect timing. I've been looking for you.
Bit hazy, I smiled at his affable personality and confirmed if he was the Uber driver I was waiting for, to which he said yes. So, in my
no!
I immediately went into the
Oh,
back seat and sighed in weariness. "Rough day?" the driver asked emphatically.
Yeah, bit exhausted, that's all.
I replied politely. "I understand. You just sit back and relax,
Oh my
Luigi,"
God!
he said in a comforting tone.
Thanks. By the way, happy Halloween.
I told him, as I looked out the window watching the oddly deserted streets with no sign of trick-or-treating. "Yeah, happy Halloween indeed. By the way, we make a perfect team, don't we?" he said zealously, pointing to his Mario costume. What a coincidence, right? I mean, it has to be more than that.
Right? It's like fate, and you're my partner.
I said, massaging my temples to relieve the migraine. Partners! Wow, I love the sound of that. Do you really think it's fate? At this point, the driver appeared to be a little bit more ecstatic than he was supposed to be. So, gradually, I began to feel uneasy. Finally, I offered him a curt nod and abruptly fell silent, browsing through my social media account on my phone. From my peripheral vision, I could see the driver constantly oogling me through the rearview mirror. You know, I like Luigi and all, but why didn't you dress up as Princess Peach instead? You would have been so beautiful in a dress. Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm super happy that you called me your partner. I listened to him speak while constantly browsing through my phone, thinking that this driver was unusually talkative, and he was beginning to creep me out. You know, you could have sat next to me here in the front. I feel so lonely seeing you on your phone at the back, ignoring me. The moment my eyes left my phone, I peered out the window and found in horror that we were surrounded by trees, no longer following the path on the map. Anxious, I asked,
Where are we? Aren't you supposed to follow the map on the app?
and finally my girl speaks to me. You know what? I've never really had any luck with girls. They always gave me the cold shoulder, and I'm just sick of it.
Okay, that's enough. Pull over. I'm canceling this ride.
I've been watching you from afar, Luigi. I've always wanted to talk to you, but I was so scared. However, now that you're here, I don't feel so afraid anymore, he said, accelerating the car's speed.
Hey, slow down! Okay, I'll listen to you. Just stop the car, please!
I cried out. My semi-stupor entirely vanished. Why would I stop the car if I want to spend more time with you? I thought you said we were partners. I bellowed as I helplessly barged on the door. When he finally stopped the car, he pulled out a knife. And that's when all hell broke loose.
I'm dead! I'm dead! I'm dead! I'm dead! Oh my god! Oh my god, Spotty, you done good! You done good! You done good! Oh! I did challenge them though. It was my own fault. Guys, cause let me turn on the lights and I'll tell you why. Oh. Oh my god. Oh. Okay, let me tell you why. Alright, so in an older video I did, I don't remember which one, I challenged them to make the scariest video to scare me. And yet, they left an Easter egg to me in the video, in this video. I just want to thank them so much. Thank you so much for doing that. Thank you. Also, I challenged them in an old video to make me absolutely petrified and scared. They did that in this video. And they did good. Yo, I cannot get over the Easter egg and the video itself. Wow, that was like one of the best videos I've ever seen from Horror Shorts Party. Thank you for the Easter egg and the video. But honestly, thank you so much for seeing me as a contributor. Thank you. That meant a lot to me. Thank you. Even though they did get my name wrong, I still want to thank them. Because that meant a lot. Anyways, guys, I'm still collecting myself. I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you want to see some more, let me know by Astro blasting that like button. And keep relaxing, and don't stop believing. And most of all, I love all of you.